Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 with our Ottoman Glory campaign. Where we gonna have to do something. First of all, I need a couple of hundred of these dudes. Well, that's a couple of hundred. That will probably do. Put them into a new army, give them a commander. Promote this guy. And give him the orders to protect the borders here. I kind of want this army, the purple army, back. You know, doing proper work. The reason I'm not using the red army for this is very simple. If I would use the red army, big chances are that it would start transporting units over and over and over and over and over and over. That's not something I'm really looking forward to, so that's kind of the reason why I'm trying not to do that. Germany, you apparently have an equipment problem. Why is that starting to surprise me? But yeah, I want this army over here. Right now these guys are 400. According to this, I have a need of 300, so, you know. This should do the trick. Hopefully this doesn't lead to too much trouble. Also got a piece of advice is to see if I can get a lot of the motorized people or the tanks out of this list and start using them to take over Africa. Well, I could do that, but I'm kind of afraid if I do that, there's a bit of a chance that the Polish, or these are, what is? Yeah, who built them? I would have no idea. Couple of Russian tanks. These are Romanian, I guess. Anyways, let's see how many tanks that we can get out of this entire list, and we might actually send them into Bohemia, into Africa. Quick movement, lots of flat terrain. Fairly small divisions. It's quite a few of them by now. So it would be good training for a commander. Oh, this is way too many. Probably I'm gonna split some off. Okay, so this is all the tanks that's in this. Like 46? Yeah, I need half. Alright, I'm gonna have this though in a kind of a different way. I want all of the nations to be present, but like these can all go back into you. Let's see. I think there's 3 nations currently feeding me, so let's see. So Polish, got a lot of Hungarian. 6 of these are not Hungarian, these are let's get the tanks out of here. Let's get 1 Ukrainian tank in there as well. Jesus, the amount of tanks that I'm getting is actually quite a lot. Alright, there we go. Got that set up. Get myself a new commander. This guy, you'll be my new tank commander, and send some divisions over here. And as you're already tank commander, you'll get a green army to prevent confusion. You'll be the other red army. And we'll put you right there. Let's just kind of clear this up a bit more. Let's see if we can get 19 out of here. Just want to get a solid 100 on that. Let's take some of these specialized divisions. Put them back into red. There we go. Right, that looks like a solid plan to me. Good, no initial focus is needed. I know I've got available planes. I am not on low manpower. We've got some large ships that are considered on low strength, but you're allowed to repair though. So That should solve itself. We have a little bit of a rubber problem, as usual. Not as much as it was by flipping around the factories a bit. Still just need heavy tanks. Okay. Feeding a lot of support equipment. Ah, right, because I need them myself. Right, there we go. Anyway, some little bit of preparational work before this all goes, you know, over. These guys will hold for now until the other army has arrived. They should start shipping forces over, and we'll use the other army here to strike into France. I got some advice, maybe take over Spain. I don't think I want to do Spain. I kind of want to start spending a lot of points on, when I'm done with, it's either going to be China, or, you know, see, there's one other thing that I'm thinking that might be useful. Why not flip the US? Get a civil war going. So what the attempt, what's gonna be, is just see if we can get some party popularity, and around 40 to 50%, we'll just start staging a coup. So after 1932, we'll start boosting it heavily. Maybe after their next election. If I could get these guys to 50%, it would be nice, though. It's about 2 years' time. We should be able to do that. So after 1932, we'll start, because I kind of want to force a coup there. I don't want them to do anything else. Yeah, we're not deploying the heavy armor. All right, so these guys are all moving. Great. And the tanks are moving in. Very great. Okay, let's start setting up some lines here. I want you guys to get around here as quickly as you can. Why don't you guys see if you can hold a front line like this? Now, we still wouldn't control the Mediterranean here, but I think that is not really a problem. There's some counter-attacking here across the rivers. Kind of to be expected, though. Alright. Okay, when is the Red Army arriving? It's getting that. You can give him a guesstimation of when you'll arrive at your target area. 41 days. Okay. To the end of the month. Sort of. How I would like to have some proper control over the area here. I'm probably losing convoys because shifting of troops a little bit. Wrong army. There we go. Wrong red army. Now, before I can get through here, I kind of need to get through there. Looks like everybody is here. Ukraine is giving me large amounts of troops, which is always nice. And the first red guys are arriving. So when that army just completely stabilizes, we'll be shifting them back over. I might want to hold that. Get to a correct location. Thank you very much. We'll get this guy up to 500 and then we'll start investing a little bit differently. Okay. Large amount of attacks here, pushed everywhere. I kind of want these guys to get either here, on this line here, or somewhere else. I actually don't really know what I want to do. I wish I had more trade influence with the Netherlands. There's just so much I want to do with my political power. Just not having enough, because it's so expensive to boost all the popularity necessary to do this. It's 2 years. Jesus, Ukraine, where are you getting all these forces from? Let's see, they're moving in. They look like they're getting into place. I'll check at the end of April. This is a nice opportunity to strike here. This is a weakened division. Plus, this gives me a little bit less forces stacked on the fewer provinces that are actually on the front line. And there's this nice river here, which gets us a incredibly nice defensive position for France to waste its forces on. Let's take a look here. We've lost like only 500,000 so far. We killed 5 million French, 2.5 million British. The UK is, or the United States hasn't been bleeding yet. We got lost 5 million Russians. Well, they have. Almost 1 million Japanese. So, all in all, we have barely lost a single thing. Well, the Italians have been losing 2.6 million people. I think a lot of these losses actually have to do with the fact that a lot of these divisions are fighting without proper equipment. Well, it isn't the end of April yet, but I think it's soon enough. Alright, I'm gonna set up 2 targets to push in. I'm not gonna try to break the Maginot line, because I think that is suicidal. But there are 2 clear different targets here in France. One is trying to get to the Atlantic. The other is, you know, pushing towards Paris. If France is out, then Belgium will fall. Netherlands is not in this war. Then I need the paratroopers to be ready, which I don't have. So we've got to get it to, we've got a long period of coastal defense. I think the paratroopers are also the way I'm gonna get myself into Japan. Just drop somewhere on a, you know, where there's a target, like Tokyo or something, and I will just do it like that. I don't know. Let's take a look. I want to get some overview. The Alpine region is heavily. Am I? Yeah, I'm flying. Because it's difficult with these different series, but alright, I can't produce planes due to the fact that I lack all of the rubber required. Well, well. Let's see. Can I just do it like that a little bit more? Right, good. But I know what the hotkey for that is. It's Alt. Figured it out recently myself. I always see it standing there, but I never really did anything about it. Alright, large ships needing repair. Well, why aren't you repairing then? Go repair. Oh, you're trying to get to Constantinople. Is that the problem here? I think Schleswig-Holstein is good enough for a home port for you. You're in combat, so we're gonna wait till that is over. These are just some Russian submarines. They should be retreating, most likely. My destroyers are not in this fight. Alright. Don't tell me this is one of those infinite battles. If it's stuck there... Yeah, this looks like it's an infinite battle. So what's happening here is there's this switch in engagement. I can just pull him out by putting him on do not engage. My ship should start pulling out. I think the AI is switching between engaging and do not engage. I don't know exactly what's going on here. No, this is not helping actually. There's never anything happening here. Alright, to fix that I actually need to delete one of the fleets. Take a guess which one is gonna go. It's gonna be the few Russian submarines. I'm always saying, well, that's cheating. Well, not really, it's fixing a bug. And I don't consider that cheating too much. New Persian Empire, one more volunteer. Yeah. How much are we getting? Alright, just... There we go. Okay, that's a bit weird. So if we're trying to trade for 4, I'm not getting it. That is a bit weird. Ooh, nice. We got our 1936 infantry equipment. So we're going from Thompson machine guns back to some rifles. Which also cost me a bit more wood. Well, Russian Empire, you could trade me some wood. Thank you. Well, 1936 weaponry in 1931. I call that pretty good. Okay, well, this has always confused me a bit. I have transport planes researched from 1924. I know paratroopers are a late invention. Yeah, you can transport troops by plane, but why can I build these a lot sooner? I don't know. I need to calculate this real quick. I can probably speed this up, actually, just realizing that I have something that might do that. Yeah, there you go. Ah, damn it, that this doesn't add my... It's only 1 and 2. This might actually be useful. Right, anyway, this says 1203 days. 1203 divided by 356 is 3.3 years. Well, I kind of really do need them. And I just don't know what to research anyway, so yeah, might as well go for it. And I can't get a bonus for it, sadly enough. Okay. See what, you know what kind of annoys me here? I'll be brutally honest. I probably will never get full control over the Mediterranean. And there's 2 islands here that are owned by, 3 actually. 4, sorry, Malta. This bit here, Malta, here and here, that's owned by the Allies. They will have a free shipping in here due to the holding of Gibraltar. That's why taking Spain might actually be useful. However, Spain will probably be stabbed in the back immediately by Portugal. Besides, these guys don't have any fascist ideologies yet, so... even if I take Africa, I might need to have constant defense all around its coast to prevent it from being retaken and being an active front. So I think actually, as it currently exists, it's not that bad. Oh, you're telling me that some of you are not using the railway system? Oh, you're stupid. These guys are, by the way, Jesus fuck, they're heavily elite. These guys are really well trained. Love it. Makes me happy. Unassigned divisions. Got myself some more Polish. Very nice. Russia! What are we doing here, buddy? Still gonna get 5 divisions. I'm gonna check on Russia after this and just see what's going on here. If it's confused, I guess. Why are you not building any divisions? You're building ships, you're building everything, so you got manpower. So, what's going on here, buddy? Hey, you should be good. You should be golden. Well, let me guess, it's the rubber. Oh, wait, what? Steel from the Russian Empire. How can that be wrong? Probably need to add a little couple of factories to it. Speaking of which, wow, I am not doing that peachy on that one. Right, I still need war economy. I keep forgetting that. I can't actually do that shit now. Alright, so far so good. Troops are moving in. When do you expect to arrive? Hmm. 14 days, 2 weeks. That's not too bad. You claim you've gotten there. Oh, you do? Wow, okay. Peachy. A lot of French troops without equipment. Same here. It seems the Belgians have a lot of equipment here, though. Well, you're claiming that there's 150 French standing here. Oh yeah, they must be attritioning as hell. well, fun times, I guess. Let's see. Quite a few are still trying to get there. All right. Yeah, and I think the American Civil War is going to be a solution for us. And, you know, with only 10% national unity, that is risky to get into a civil war. Because if you're only taking half, you know, I will probably instigate a civil war, like right here, right, Georgia or Florida, because there isn't many points here, but it is close to like all this beauty, or just up here, just get it up here in the middle. Just take Washington and you're done. Something along those lines, right? And because if I can get a good... Go Denmark! But if I could get a good, position where they can quickly take over most of the nation, besides a lot of the infrastructure, etc., is all in that line here. Yeah, I'm gonna need the points here, so let's just wait for a while so we can switch the economy. Alright, more Portuguese. Portuguese? Ukrainians, this is not even the same side of Europe. It's Sunday, alright. At least for me it is. For you guys, it's Monday or later. Well, it could be Sunday, but then you're watching it about a week from now, or actually even later. None of you is traveling? Well, a little bit of traveling is happening. I don't think I could really blame you for traveling. Alright, let's start pushing into France. First chance we get. Okay. Let's see, 777 days. That's not too bad. We really are at that point where there's no other choice here. And yeah, this is an infinite fight. This is not gonna change. This is just like submarines moving over and over. And we're just really are stuck here. Like, Jesus, you have so many forces. Wow. You're a puppet, but I can't... Why are you not in this war? No, you are. Why can I not regress your forces? Oh, you can. It's right here. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Well, did I want to? Because you have built 139. 139,000 million people's... The reason we're not attacking is because we're getting counterattacked. Okay. Sure. Can't wait to actually get myself into the war economy. It's kind of stupid that I'm still running a partial mobilization. 5% more factories, 5% more production on everything. Should speed up a lot of my issues. We're making good progress though. And we have really done a good job on rebuilding my my puppets. Russia's like completely built up. Okay. At least this gives them, an opportunity to produce their own equipment, for one. I can't build in Germany. Can I build military in foreign? Oh, Germany must have pushed himself up. Germany is a... Come on. You're a Dominion, right. However, considering I'm giving you quite a lot, I'm not eating a lot of your resources anymore. You might be losing points. You are exporting to me. Seems fairly balanced by now. Alright. Okay, well, this is going, slow as it is. Alright, I gotta fix that. Gotta figure out which Russian tag I need to pull. Russian Federation, yeah, well, who the f is that? There's no real easy way for me to figure out who that is. You need to go through the tag list. It's not that much of an issue. Ah, we finally got that back. Rome is back into Italian hands. Finally, the big fucking fortress that it was. Like Paris, it's the same problem here. Yeah, they've been completely fortifying a lot of this. Vichy, Le Mans, it's just Paris. It's just being completely fortified. Anyway, war economy. There we go. Get a nice war economy running. Still need 6,000 heavy tanks. Are they? Did I make them really big? No, they're relatively small. Okay, that's working. Good. Very nice. Let's see, let's just build a couple of factories here in Russia. There we go. Oh, the Russians are actually assisting with that. Good. We are not making that much progress. I kind of have to put you a little bit more aggressively, I think. I don't think I'm getting a chance here to counter, counterattack. They're keeping up so much pressure that it doesn't really seem to go that well. Just need to get past these river joints here. This is a attack. This is just not enough. Besides, this is a lot of mountainous area, so I'm really surprised that these attacks are not the perfect ones. Oh, technically I only got one guy attacking here? Oh, combat width issues. Why is my combat width so low? Can't really determine that. Probably need to get a flank on. I think we'll be fine. We got a successful attack here. The one guy's defending. These guys are moving. We're getting there slowly. These are the only moments that I probably am losing manpower. Still not a lot. Well, I'm not complaining here. Why would I complain not losing people? Let's take a look quickly. Resources. Is there anything in Africa of any interest? No. Oh wait, there's rubber in Belgium. Might be a good reason to push that to Belgium, actually. If I can get into Belgium and get a lot of rubber, that's good. And there's also a lot of chromium here. South Africa has a lot of iron, or chromium actually. The rubber would be nice, but that's kind of where it ends. Siam, you should have rubber. Normally. Yeah, 10. That's not the rubber that I was hoping you would have. Wait, is rubber seriously only like in the Netherlands? Okay. Okay. How did the Dutch feel about me? Oh, they don't. They just don't like me at all. Good. Perfect. Boost party popularity again for a while. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We'll really call this a front line that suits my purpose really well. Retreat is not really what I had in mind, but I kind of need to prevent... this is something the AI kind of does sometimes. It's a little bit too funky in pushing. So it kind of forgets that it needs to keep guys on the line. Alright, push is happening. Pushes are happening everywhere right now. There's 100 guys on this line, so that should not be that much of an issue to hold all of the provinces. What I kind of want to do though is split these armies up again so that they kind of push in the right direction, but it seems that this is going fine. Alright, just push along the whole line. Taking cities, taking names. France, how are you doing? Okay, you're working to French capitulation. That's awesome. This should, in theory, lessen the amount of forces on this border, and hopefully Germany. It would be nice if Germany would just be like, oh wait, you know what? We could push in instead of creating more troops. We could actually spend some. Like, you are almost completely running out from my equipment, and you are still struggling to keep your troops supplied. Then, sir, you're doing something terribly wrong. I don't like it, to be honest. I haven't seen the AI doing that much in different mods or stuff like that, so... Right, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna take a risk here. Stop the attacks. And move you over like this. And move you over like that. See what happens. This should go correctly. This takes a second of reorganizing it, but this keeps the these guys are more likely to push towards the coast, and these guys are more likely to push up. Otherwise, I might get some weird stuff in their battle plans. Alright, you're good, go. Okay. Oh wait, we can just push towards the coast right now? Awesome. Okay, probably need some reorganizing of where all my divisions are, but this looks like fun. Attack, please. Prevent them from doing anything. Especially taking back territory, because that would be rather not handy, to be honest. But hey, finally, some progress in an episode. Yay, it's just not a Russian slog for once. Both of my series currently, if you're not watching the other, both of them are kind of in a similar position where we just are bashing against the wall of a lot of meat. And as interesting as that might be, it isn't. However, it's actually not that bad. It just takes time, and the other game is mostly just lagging as hell. Progress is made there, I think, actually quite a lot quicker. Due to the game just running at such a slow pace, it just seems like forever and ever. Okay, you kind of need to slow down, because you're speeding up on it slightly too much here. Okay, I don't mind you attacking Bordeaux. But I don't want... Okay, what is... One risk of what happening is that they just start pushing like this and they get this giant weird pocket while there is like Bordeaux still here. You definitely need to stop though. Because it kind of require the first army to push up. Start taking better control over the area here. We might start wiping a couple of thousand troops here. Not gonna create a Turkish block. Okay, so he retreated a lot of his forces there. Now it is interesting to create the pocket. Stop assisting that attack and do another. Okay, now he's just bailing his forces. Okay, good. You go in the aggression again. I'm gonna give you slightly more front to work with, because this is not really fairly distributed. Just keep them busy for now. Kind of was not what I had in mind, but sure. feeling that a lot of forces are standing in the back, not doing anything. Speaking of the AI, it's also not doing anything, because this is just an open position that they could attack. Let's see. See, once again, is that what I'm doing? Alright, go. Push on. Just gonna set up the front line that they eventually have to protect here. How much do you need according to you? Well, 354 is still in your mythical number. Magical, mythical, whatever. I'm not really afraid about Spain, they might join, but... that's a risk. A lot of countries are actually a democracy, so there's a lot of potential stuff that might join in, but I'm not overly worried. Yet. This might go terribly wrong at some point, though. Let's see. Air Force. Okay, fly from there. Bombers are flying from Rome. Fighters are heading there. Well, start bombing the northern bits. Italy must be happy with the fact that they just gained a lot of potential factories and stuff like that. Still, like, the French are no longer protecting this border here, but the Germans are still not on the offensive. We just took the Maginot Line. And this episode is running too long. Alright, 45%, so we're pushing in here, good. With that, I'm actually gonna end the episode. I want to thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time. Have a very good day, bye bye.